just some general thoughts. I thought it was a great win, of course, with the UCLA rivalry is pretty special with our program. I thought the guys handled the delay really well. They just went on and did business as they needed to. I thought first half we created some great chances. A little unfortunate to be up one, and we knew they were very good if they broke us in those kind of open field moments. And that was kind of what happened on their goal, and credit to them, they finished it well. I thought we were going to continue to get chances, and we did. And it's nice to see Victor open up his account. Very good finish from distance. And then another important restart where we thought we'd have an advantage, and the guys executed to get the winner. So really pleased on overall the performance. There's a lot of good positives against a team that created some really interesting challenges for us the way they played. And then got some minutes for some key young guys, and then most important, you got another W, which is great.
You mentioned the young guys, and we saw a lot of them playing pretty important roles for you guys out there. I mean, Victor had the goal, Aiden Morris was all over the place, Josh Penn was important in attack. It seems like they grew up a lot this weekend. What have these two really intense games at home with decent crowds done as far as their development goes so early in their careers?
A lot. I mean, that's why we play the games, because it puts them in positions where these things can happen. You're down to a tough team on Friday. You find a way. The crowd helps you. You overcome things that maybe their past teams didn't have a chemistry or a culture that allows the group to feel as though it's going to happen. And second, it just gets some of the nerves out. I mean, there was guys today I felt that played much more confident than they did Friday. Victor in particular I thought was much more relaxed today, and you saw his sophistication and his passing, his thoughts were very good. Josh Aiden has been a little dynamo in there. I mean, what a talented young player he is, and it's such an important role with all those seniors that departed in the mid-center midfield. So those guys, to name a few, and they're going to be more freshmen. They're going to step up, and also our upperclassmen who have not started look much more comfortable today than they did Friday, and that's also great because again, many of them played a lot but didn't start, and we were able to get them kind of feeling a little bit more comfortable. So a lot of good things.
I don't have numbers to back this up, but it seems like the last 3 years you've had a lot more golden goal wins than you did previous to that. So what's changed in the mentality the last few years? Obviously it's been a different team, but it seems like since 16 you've had a lot more golden goal wins than you did from 13, 14, 15.
Well, I don't know if this is such a new group. The video on Saturday night was incredible. Lesson and kind of what this program is all about, and what it means to wear the jersey, and how important it is. And so I think there's those moments when you're tired and you need focus. Those things flash in your mind how important it is to be a part of this. So this team hasn't had a lot of overtime wins, this group, so I just think we made plays. And sometimes you don't, sometimes you do. I thought we kept ourselves balanced. We didn't shoot too many numbers forward when you want to win that game. So maybe in some years past it was, unfortunate mistake or a great goal. I can't put too much thought into that particular stat right now because it's such a new team.
What does it do, though, for the mentality of these guys to win a couple of overtime games early in the season and sort of establish that expectation of being able to win a close game?
It is. I mean, the script is so different for a new team to win one of these and out two, both behind, against good teams. I mean, you would want that to happen if you can script it, because you need to feel that, you got to feel what that feels like to be down. You got to be able to rally. You got to stay focused. You know you can't win every next play. You can't score the next. Every pass doesn't have to be a shot. We have to stay composed and just kind of stay on track and pick and choose moments based on the plan that we have for the day. And they were able to do that. So yeah, the inventory that we have now for experience will be something we can really utilize in moments where we need that. It's no different than the 82 team. I mean, the amount of overtimes that team had, overtime games, and then they were in that game, it was like, let's find a way to win. They were used to that. So definitely helps.
You like it for them, but for you, do you need like a stress ball or something over there if you don't play overtime every game?
Yeah, I mean, the coaches, it's always harder than the overtimes because you do know that the feeling. We've been on both sides. Some of these young guys, they don't even play Sun Victory, some of the new players from their academy and high school teams, so they don't even really that sudden feeling of victory or defeat. I've been on both sides of that plenty of times, and it just tears you apart. I mean, you're gutted. It's like you just kind of get whacked in the stomach, and then that feeling when you score, it's just like that instant shot of just pure joy. You just want to bottle that up, and you do. You just remember that. That's what drives you, is that feeling of winning. It's great.
You put Joe Schmidt in the starting 11 today. You moved AJ a little bit up in the attack. I mean, what did that allow you to do better than Friday night?
Well, AJ's still going to be someone we'll use in the center midfield. AJ he brings so many qualities to our attack. His IQ, his ability to hold the ball. He gets out of pressure well. His pressure and where we set our line of confrontation, he's as good as anyone on our team on understanding the tactical cues. And with young players around him, you saw that in the first half. We had two younger guys up there, and they were a little bit more confused on where to move and where to step. And both Thomas and AJ have a lot of experience with that. So that, and he brings a bite. I mean, the goal that almost comes in that first half. I mean, that's 9 out of 10. AJ's putting that home on that service. And Spencer's got a special quality. AJ's as good in the air of anyone in the attack. He's very good defensively too as well. So AJ will be on the field a lot, and he's like, Coach, wherever you need me. I mean, he's a great team kid, and I'm just really proud of the way he's handled, all the roles he's had. And now this year, moving him around, he's not mad that he's not, only the 6 or 8. He's like, I get it, I can help. So
Josh didn't score today, but it felt like he had 2 or 3 that could have gone. What has made him be able to be such a quick impact for this team?
He's just a unique talent. I mean, there's nothing we've done yet with him to take any type of credit. I think we'll help him find new spaces in the field. He played much differently with his academy team and where he wanted the ball, so we're trying to get him to fall a little bit into how we like to find him when he's wide. But he's had phenomenal coaching. He's been in a good environment. The stuff in the 11 was fantastic for him. He's just a talented young kid, and you always feel he can break the game open. And that gives the guys, as we know that, it always you look over to your teammate and you're like, okay, we need a goal. Okay, Josh can find a goal for us. Like, he can make a goal out of nothing. And tonight, it was close, right? There was a few that he was just right there. He'll have plenty of goals. But most importantly, he'll set up so much because the attractive nature of teams will be scouting Josh Penn.
Does he remind you of any of the talented freshmen you've had the past couple of years? Guys like Mason, Justin, Griffin.
I mean, he's a different player, like just his strengths, than some of those. He's the way he's able to laterally move and keep his disguise. I mean, it's very kind of Pulisic-like. His shiftiness and getting guys off balance, and he's such a weapon coming in on his left foot for a finish because he can hit it from distance. And then he cuts you like he did to create that chance. That's the stuff that you just can't defend that. You got to protect the shot, but he'll cut you and get underneath you at the same time, and his touch is fantastic. So he's a nice talent.
It seems like, other than a relatively brief period at the beginning of the game, you guys were kind of at their throats in attack, and you were creating chances, making good runs. And I think a lot of that was the depth that you had on that front line. How much of a difference is it to be able to have 4, 5, 6 guys that can go up there, and they might not have the same traits or the same skill sets, but it's the same quality no matter what grouping you have up there?
It is great. I mean, we're starting to figure out like what combinations are best in certain types of games, and like today was a good lesson for us as staff. We had 2 young guys out there at the end that bring good qualities off each other, but overall they were a little bit confused on the spacing and when to step and when not to, and we lost a little bit of that pressure and not lack of effort. It was just a little bit of organization. And then you ask guys behind them in the midfield. I mean, Joe is still new to that role. Nathan's brand new, so it's not like you have Frankie and Jerry and Trevor solving that for him. We're going to have some unique combinations, and you saw the move. We dropped our line of confrontation late in the game to make it tight. We knew they would push numbers forward, and that's why you saw her back up on the front line. We felt he again in transition would catch them, and we almost did. So the ability to kind of play different skill sets is going to be a key part, and we work incredibly hard. I mean, they could not get in rhythm. You saw them kick a lot of balls out of bounds. They still tried to play through some more pressure, and we created chances off of that. second half, they started to get a little bit more success, so we had to figure out where we're going to press. We going to drop, we going to stay high, because that's kind of how their goal came off of, was when we were in between. That's a dangerous position to be in. All right,
Thanks,
thanks,
Coach.
Coach.